Hey yo, what's up? This your boy DeMarco, CEO of Trap Spelling Bee. Check this out. I'm here at Will Rogers Airport in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, getting ready to take a flight to Las Vegas. When I get out to Las Vegas, I will be hollering at my boy Lydell Rhodes, a professional boxer, professional boxing promoter, and an all-around entrepreneur. So when we get to Vegas, we'll be sitting down with Lydell. He'll be telling us about, how he feel about the state of boxing, as well as converting from a professional boxer to a professional boxing promoter. So y'all keep it locked. Sir, it's going down, man. Las Vegas, here we come. Trust got to be coming to shut it down. Gang. Yeah, man, so flight just landed in Vegas, you know what I'm saying, waiting on our bags. But it's about to go down, man. We about to go see Vegas, man, get something to eat, sightsee, and then get some footage of my partner, Lydell, man. So y'all stick around. Stay tuned, see what we got next for y'all. Let's get it. I like to do hood rat shit with my friends. I've been a player since way back. I like to do hood rat shit with my friends. I've been a player since way back. I like to do hood rat shit with my friends. I've been a player since way back. I like to do hood rat shit with my friends.
Combos, like, cause me, shit, like, I got common sense. If I got my head right here, you hit me one.
Yeah, you
I'll move my head right here. Shit, you ain't about to
exactly.
be the only person who caught me like 2 or 3 of them in a row. Bop, bop, bop.
Outside of this, though, I'm proud of you, but you did your thing. You putting on for the city. You been putting on for the city.
Yeah,
you doing your thing.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, what's up? This your boy DeMarco, CEO of Trap Spelling Bee, man. I'm reporting live from Vegas. And I'm in Vegas, man, with one of my partners, man. Been knowing him for a long time, man. Professional boxer, professional promoter. Man, without further ado, Lydell Rhodes. What's up, bro?
What's happening, man?
Ain't nothing to it, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. Now, last week was an amazing event, man. You threw the Rumble on Robinson, man. We had the pleasure of coming out covering it for you.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we got a behind the scenes, man. And like I said, I just wanted to give you credit right before the cameras came on and said, man, I'm proud of you because I know how much it takes to throw an event. And not only to throw an event, but have a successful event with that many people there, that many fighters. It was a lot. I remember kind of being in the back with you, like, man, it's just so much you got to account for.
Yeah.
And you still got to fight. So, man, I appreciate you, just like I said, letting us come in, do our thing. And then, now we in Vegas, man, sitting down with me because I know you was busy all last weekend. So I said, you know what? We'll be in Vegas, man. We could sit down and just, chop it up. And
yes, sir.
I just wanted this interview to be more so about you because a lot of people might see you and they might know about your boxing career, but they might not understand exactly, all the things you have accomplished, not only in boxing, but just, in the boxing world, because you've been you've been with some major camps, some of the top camps, in boxing, and you've been able to see a lot. I know you done traveled this world with boxing, and man, I just wanted to sit down with you and, just get it from a bird's eye view, how you feel about everything, how it feel coming off the Rumble on Robinson.
Man, shoot, I just want to say, first off, thank everybody, the whole city, thank you.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, man, hey, the camera work y'all did was amazing.
For sure.
And then, shoot, everybody showing up, it was better than I expected. Like, you always hope for stuff.
Right.
But then when it happened, it's so you like, damn, I can't believe this is happening. But it was cool, shoot, and just thank everybody and the fighters too, because behind the scenes too, I had to bring all the gloves and stuff like that, and I didn't even see all the fighters. But thank you for not stealing the gloves. Everybody
straight up. Everybody thought they gloves.
Thank you for not stealing the gloves from
man.
Yeah, thank you.
It was some. Hey, shout out to all the fighters, man, because it takes a warrior to get in that ring, man, and every fight was pretty good, man. Everybody competed well, and just like I said, it was an overall great event, man. So I've been rocking with you, in your boxing, throwing your boxing event since the Rumble in Remington. You know what I'm saying? That was when you first, probably about 10 plus years ago, wasn't it? When you threw that Rumble in Remington.
Crazy.
You threw a few of them there?
Yeah. That was like the main.
I came to a few, man, and like I said, I remember the atmosphere used to be crazy in there, and it felt the same way, at the Oklahoma City Convention Center last weekend. So just tell people, man, kind of like, how did you start, in boxing, to get from like, but to become, a professional, to have, like I said, one of the biggest boxing events in Oklahoma. Where did it start for you as far as boxing goes?
Shoot, it really started because I was just an athlete and didn't want to work.
Straight up. You just want to get paid for doing it.
Yeah. So, shoot, it wasn't like I was always getting in trouble, fighting in the streets and stuff. I was just really an athlete, and my family, a couple of my family members, they box, and then my homeboys, they messed around in the gym. So shoot, I went to the gym trying to get better, and shoot, you be like, hey, I can fight, but you want to know
Yeah.
for sure. So I went in there, and then I started doing my thing.
How
I
old
got
was you
good.
when you first got in the ring?
Shoot, I started late. Shoot, basically like at 20.
Oh,
I
okay.
started, yeah. Shoot, after college and stuff, I went to UCO and all that stuff. Partying, wilding out, and then and then just led to me shoot going back home and stuff. And then mom was like, "Hey, you gotta get a job. You gotta get back in school." So I enrolled in Rhodes State, and then started boxing on the side, and then
Straight up.
got good enough where they all believed in me and shoot and helped me. First, I moved to St. Louis. Hey, she was wild in St. Louis. They wild. I remember running and like I guess I was like in the hoods and stuff. And everybody's like looking at me like, "Who is this?" I'm looking at them like, "Hey, I'm
You
just
the
an
hood,
athlete. I'm
you
just an athlete. Hey, hey,
you the hood Rocky in
hey."
in
Yeah,
St. Louis, straight
yeah.
up.
And then they helped ship me back out here to Vegas, and I linked up with Mayweather on some crazy type stuff, and shoot, we locked in. And then one of the things I say that kind of blew me up out here was the first thing. Like, what was it? I think it was my first or second week in Vegas with the stuff where I went viral. I wish it would have happened now, social media era.
Oh, you talking
But
about
yeah,
when
with Charlie
Mayweather's
Z.
father?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I just met him, and so you gotta think this the only dude I know in Vegas and stuff. And
Who was
so
that? Mayweather's dad
yeah,
or? Oh,
Mayweather's
okay.
dad. So I'm with Mayweather's dad.
How
I
did you
think we
meet
go.
him?
So we go to the gym, and I didn't even want to really go to the Mayweather gym because I was like, that probably ain't my type of people. So we went to another gym, and and then my cousin, she knew some people that knew. I was like, well, he be at this gym too, but I didn't want to go to Mayweather gym, so I went over here and bumped into him and stuff, and he wanted to see me sparring. At first, went on shadow boxing. He was like, no, I don't even know if he got it. Then he seen me spar, dude
Did
was
you
like,
hear him say that? He just kind of
like
like,
he
oh,
didn't
you could
say
feel it.
I could feel it, I could
Yeah.
feel it. But then
Cause
he
it
was
seems
trying
like
to
I
like
remember Raj in Florida. They used to be kind of blunt though. You
yeah,
know what
oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Back in
Hey,
the day.
they
So I thought he might have had just told you straight up.
nah, he didn't tell me straight up, but I could feel it because he ain't gonna sit there and sugarcoat it and be like, yeah, come on, let's do some
But was you
infield.
shadowboxing hard? Like
Yeah, I was
you
giving
like
my
this Mayweather daddy. You
hey,
going crazy?
yeah, and then that's when I sparred this dude. So really, it was just let's say styles make fights. It was the perfect dude. He's like a little kind of stocky, strong dude. And basically, me, I'm short, stocky, where if they would have put me in with like a smooth boxer, it would have been hard as hell on me. But so all the smooth boxers like was getting worked by this dude because he was just physically strong and stuff
Right,
like that. So perfect dude for me because shoot, he couldn't really move me around like he do all other people because I grew up playing football, wrestling, stuff like that. So I'm
right.
physical. And so he trying to do all that stuff. So then I'm tagging him in. And then he jumping like, hey, I think we got something here. I'm like, hey, I'm on the team. I done made the
Straight
team.
up.
And then it went from there and then and we went up. Especially like I said, after the Charlie Z thing and stuff was like probably my second week in the gym. And so he coming, I'm staying at a hotel at this point. He picked me up, taking me to the mountains to go run every morning, taking me to the
This is
gym.
senior.
Yeah, well, Floyd C was
Man,
doing everything for me
that's
and stuff.
dope.
He liked me and stuff. And so he was like, man, you got a chance, you could do something. So he
And
started
you
taking
said
me
this like
everywhere.
2 weeks in you being in Vegas?
Yeah, and I
Wow.
got Floyd seeing doing all this stuff for me, and that's when that Charlie Z stuff happened where he sucker
Mm-hmm.
punched him. Then that's when I just shoot. I'm like, hey, it's the only man I
What
know. So
year is
I got
this? Yeah.
it's
What?
2011. Like,
Wow. I
yeah,
remember
so
that. I remember that
yeah.
viral video.
He finna shot. Come on, nigga. Come on, break it down. Come on, man.
12 years ago, crazy.
Do dudes still be inboxing? Y'all remember he used to
Yeah,
inbox terrorist
still
threats?
to this day.
Yeah, to this
But
day. Wow, they got a hold of him now after you did.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, so that was wild, but yeah, but that blew me up where out here, like, some of the dudes, some of the fighters and stuff started contacting me and stuff like that. But they also told me that, hey, man, everybody in this world be lying. So I'm looking at this when World Star was huge and everything. It was bigger than YouTube or whatever probably
Right,
at the
World
time.
Star. When you hear somebody,
Yeah,
World
World
Star.
Star back in
Yeah.
them days. I get on, so the next morning, I'm not thinking nothing. Like, I'm not thinking nothing. Then somebody, I'm about to go run with Floyd. It's like 5:30 in the morning, Vegas time. It's like 7:30 Oklahoma time. I wake up before I go run. I check my message and do like, "Hey, is this you, bro?" And then I look, I'm like, "This shit on World Star." I knew a couple of us was recording. I was recording when they were doing. I dropped my camera,
Right,
jumped
I
in the ring,
seen it.
and that shit was on fucking World Star like 5:30 in the morning and shit.
It's
Like,
going crazy. Then all of a
yeah.
sudden it went crazy.
Yeah, but then that's when I started going down the con like, hey, they about to be like, hey, Lydell did this thing, doing this, doing that. And then I started looking, and everybody like, I know this dude. I went to school with him. That's Floyd's cousin. Bro, that's Floyd. I'm looking at
I'm saying
everybody
giving you your
beside my
credit.
name.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
man, what the hell? But then I got nervous too because so we go to the gym, and then like 2 days later, TMZ called and they're like, hey, can we get an interview? I'm like, man, at this point, I'm like, I don't know, is that assault? Because he had boxing gloves. I hit him with my
Yeah,
hand.
yeah.
And so I was like, nah, I didn't do no interviews. But like, that's basically blew me up when a bunch of the fighters out here knew it was me. You know, people started taking me
Right.
out like, hey, what up, bro? This and that, you know, it was
So let me
cool.
ask you this. Do you say, I mean, obviously that brought the attention to you, but you was still early in the process of trying to get boxing
Yeah.
down. So you saying you 2 weeks in, Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, rocking with you, then the viral moment happened. But like when do you realize, like as a boxer outside of that, like do I kind of regret that happening or do I kind of appreciate it happening? Like when you as a boxer, did it kind of like distract people from your actual skill? Or did they just thought you was just a street dude that was in the
Nah.
gym and caught the right position when a white dude tried
Man,
Mayweather seen you?
nah, really it was I thought it was all positivity. Like, so why I told Tim Z no, because I thought it was gonna be negative. Where everybody
Right,
like, man, dude just jumping on this and that. But everybody's like, hey, that was cool. You took up for him. You had his back in the snap. Where I remember dude King Mo, he went to Oklahoma State and he was
right.
out here. He might have just won the world title in Bellator, one of them, but he picked me up, took me out, took me and did all
That's
kinds
what's
of stuff
up.
with all these dudes and stuff. They
How you
all
feeling
have
at
a
this time? Like, damn, this shit really happening.
man, yeah, like I was in amazement. Yeah, so he took me out. So I never went out in Vegas or nothing. I'm shooting. I'm just a couple weeks in. Don't know nobody. He took me out. We in VIP. Jermaine Dupri is doing DJing, and we go on stage. We got a couch on stage, and
Yeah,
so 2 or 3 weeks in, yeah, it's probably about 3 weeks, like a week or two later. I'm on stage with Jermaine Dupri, King Mo, and so just
that's
sitting on
crazy.
stage in a club
What
in
did that
Vegas.
experience kind of teach you overall? Like just
Mm.
being rubbing shoulders with the top boxers, you know what I'm saying, in the industry. Like, what did that teach you overall? Like, if you could look back on that time in your life where you could say, man, I went from coming from Oklahoma to coming to Vegas. Now I'm amongst the stars. Like,
Uh,
what did you learn? Like, put us in a room with you in one of those situations where you with the Mayweathers. I mean, the who's, you know what I'm saying, boxing.
Shoot, just anything is possible, really. Shoot, I would never thought that at all, you know, and then so that's why I'm kind of speechless, even still, you know, when I think about it, like it ain't supposed to happen.
Yeah. I
But
think you handled it well though, bro,
yeah,
because a lot of people can't be put in that situation
yeah,
and know what to do with it. It wasn't no bull that came from, you know, you doing
yeah.
that. I mean, y'all went y'all separate ways eventually, I'm
Oh yeah,
sure,
yeah,
but
yeah,
that's
yeah.
life, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
But who can say they had a moment with, you know, the
yeah,
Mayweather camp, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
I had
Any
security.
boxer, it don't matter if you know what I'm saying, good, bad, it just to have that experience alone. And you had it at the pinnacle of, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, his
uh,
career.
yeah,
That's another thing people don't understand about your run. Like
yeah,
you was in a Pacquiao camp when
yeah,
Pacquiao was still contending for world
yeah,
champion, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Ships
So
and stuff.
that was one
World
thing.
titles, I meant.
Yeah, one thing about my career too, and stuff I be telling the young dudes now. So after when I linked up with Floyd, then him and Floyd Jr. got back cool. That was when they was kind of like at odds.
Yeah.
And then we moved to the Mayweather gym right after that. And I was there when the Mayweather gym was a real Mayweather gym. Like now, you know, Floyd ain't in there. It'd be like, you know, not too many people. But when the doghouse started,
Oh
like the
yeah,
stuff you see
you
on
was
thing,
on that
yeah,
Showtime. I
yeah,
seen
yeah,
you on Showtime
yeah.
one time.
That's I was there when it first started and stuff. When he went to jail, that's where how it really kind of started. It was because it was Mayweather Promotions when I first got there. He went to jail, and then 50 Cent started whatever TMT or whatever it was whenever they split up. But
Yeah.
then that's when TMT came about when Floyd got out of jail, and then that's when Doghouse came out where everybody, you know, them Doghouse rounds, and I was there when Mayweather Gym was a real Mayweather Gym, and then right after that, I went straight from the Mayweather camp or I stopped with I went with Yoel Judas, Ab Judas' daddy for like out in New York. I went there for like 2 months, and as soon as I came back out to Vegas, shoot, I shipped straight out to the Philippines with Pacquiao. So I'm
Man,
like, man, within like a 4 or 5 month span, I'm around Mayweather, then Zab, and Zab, he was first. He's probably the first person to take me under his wing and really be like my big homie. Where he made me feel good. Where he tell my mom and everybody, hey, he gonna be a world champion.
that's what's up.
And mind you, like I knew Zab before I knew Floyd because I wasn't, I wasn't really a boxing fan growing up.
Right.
So I just knew Zab because Zab be in videos and
Yeah.
everybody and stuff like that.
And that name is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Everybody gonna
that
remember
name.
Zab
Yeah,
Zuda,
yeah. But then so after that, I go straight from Zab straight to Manny Pacquiao, and then like it was just wild. And then so I didn't have no passport, nothing. They was like, "Hey, you want to go train with Pacquiao?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And so they flew me to L.A. the next day. Then they expedited me a passport, so I got a passport in one day. Flew me to
That's
L.A.
crazy.
Got me a passport. They knew whoever they needed
I
to know
bet you see power moves like I bet you see power being exercised in them circles like crazy,
all
huh?
the time, man. It's wild. And then next day, boom, I shoot out to the Philippines, where it's just like now think about it, because life just be going in and shoot. I'm still trying to get to a world title, so I never sit back really and just think about it till like now you
Like
think like,
damn, like I
man, like
did that, you know what
yeah,
I'm
like
saying?
in 4 or 5 months was around 3 dudes, that's great.
Right.
That's
Well, so what
yeah.
you think what would you take it from like as a boxer? What would you say you learned from all of those camps that you feel like you wouldn't have learned if you wouldn't have been a part of them?
Shoot, with Floyd, I learned I kind of already knew hard work's what gets you there, but just knowing like how much skill, focus, and hard work it take where like you see the little things with Floyd. Like yes, he outworked everybody. When you see Floyd, he working, working, working. But then when you see him in the gym, how he spar, how he train, it's all just the little bitty things that take you to a new level where Floyd, like I would say, he got the most mental stamina where everybody can fight good for like 2 minutes, maybe
Hmm.
2 rounds. Floyd can fight locked in for 3 minutes of every round. It don't matter. He always zeroed in on you. Even like when he in the corner, if you look at some of the fights, he like the coach or whatever, his daddy, uncle, whoever right there talking, he'd be looking at the opponent, still studying him, seeing like if they getting tired, if they slowing down. Like
Mm.
he the most locked in, focused dude ever. Or me, that was a big thing for me. Like I could hear people in the crowd screaming.
Oh, you
Even like
can?
this last fight, see, I'll be laughing and stuff
Yeah.
when people say stuff.
I heard you
Floyd,
talking to your corner, when your corner
yeah,
say something, you let them know
yeah,
you
yeah,
heard them.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
talk to my corner a lot, but like now my mental focus is getting there. But that's one of the biggest things where little thing I learned that from Floyd. Pacquiao, he's such like a cool dude and a good person where I did kind of learn like live live every day, live for the day, smile and stuff. Where before I was just like, almost antisocial. I like being in a room by myself and just going and grind and go run,
Yeah.
go hit a bag, go. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to spar. Where like that mentality where Floyd them kind of got a mentality where he like to beat people up in the gym. He fights slick and stuff in the gym. He knocking people out in
Yeah,
the gym.
dog.
Yeah, but Pacquiao, he's so good hearted and everything where I learned like, man, this was about like enjoying yourself,
Yeah.
enjoying people and stuff
I
like
see
that.
that. I mean, I
Yeah.
know you have fun on social media. They always
Yeah.
got you in Facebook jail.
Yeah, oh,
I
man.
be cracking up with that stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
it's crazy the experiences you have been afforded through boxing. How long have you been a professional boxer? And you said you started when you was 20, but
yeah.
how long have you been boxing professionally?
Was I 23 or something like that? Yeah. By turn pro, yeah, 23.
So
Right
what?
after literally right
That's
after my
about
23rd
10
birthday.
years.
Yep, yep.
Yep. So
Or nah, shoot, more shoot. A little more than that, shoot, what? 11,
oh, so you
yeah,
got
11
11
years.
under your belt. Now, when
Yeah.
I was talking to you before the interview, you said, man, you still got something in the tank. You said you sharper than you've ever
Oh yeah,
been.
yeah, it's the best.
And last week you looked it. I mean, your body looked it good to consider all things you hosting the boxing event
Yeah.
and you training, you know what I'm saying, you preparing for it. You were in good shape, man. And
Yeah.
you like you said, you seen things you probably could have did.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
wanted to kind of zero in on, but you looked as sharp, you wasn't breathing out your mouth. I'm right there, what I'm saying,
Oh yeah,
ringside,
yeah,
and I
yeah, yeah.
seen you. You could tell you was in good shape. So I mean, what's the future look like for you? You know what I'm saying? You 11 plus years in now. You said you was telling me you still looking for that fight because you feel like you still got something left in the tank. So what's your future look like
Man,
in
shoot,
boxing?
really, man, whoever we can get, we get 1 or 2 more wins and stuff, and we get back more active. I'm calling any and everybody out, man. You know,
Straight up.
all these dudes, and I'm at the money weight right now, where this is where it's set with,
What you fighting at?
and I'm be at 135 and stuff. You know, that's where everybody at from the tanks, and even though Ryan going up, the tanks, the Devins, and everybody like that,
Yeah.
where it's
That's a
deep.
mean class.
Yeah,
So 135 now is where everybody is fighting at, man, and it's a real heavy weight class. But you haven't experienced, 11 plus years of professionally fighting, and then you was telling me that you sparred a lot of those cats in that weight class that's contending for, you know what I'm saying, the title. So how do it make you feel like as you realize, like, man, I still got some in my tank, and not only do I got some in my tank, I'm a lot smarter as a fighter. I've grew a lot. Like you said, your body is probably in some of the best shape you've been in.
yeah.
So I mean, just how do you plan on really working your way back up to them ranks? What would it take for you to get another one of those fights like you got? Because the last time you fought before last weekend was 3 years ago, right?
Yeah,
And that was on ESPN. So what do you think it like? What's the road look like for you? Getting back to getting one of those fights or getting on one of these main cards.
shoot, it's really pretty much if I can, I'd rather skip the line and fight
Straight
one of these
up.
dudes
Straight
on
up.
one of these big cards. Like I was saying, I would like try and get on Tank versus Ryan Garcia undercard and something like that, and fight one of these little up and comers they trying to get the title shot
Right.
for soon. But if not, work my way back up. Like give me about 2 more fights, and
Hmm.
I'll be right there in the range again. My last fight was for the title eliminator for the #1 spot in the world. When I fight on ESPN and
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm still right there, with 2 fights, and I'll be right back in the mix.
Right. I mean, because you was grinding. I know the road to that ESPN fight was a grind, and you
Oh
it
yeah,
put years of work. And as a professional man, like when you get that opportunity, and you said you feel like you left some on the table, and that's why
yeah,
that probably gives you a whole nother grind when you going into training. Like, man, I knew I could have did this better, did that better. Like, how do
yeah.
you feel like? What's the motivation, from the disappointment of 3 years ago on ESPN to now you hungry? I can see it. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
man, I feel like I'm ready to get back at it. Like, what's the motivation?
Really, one of the main motivations. So there's two. Like, cause I talk with some of my boys all the time and stuff where they be like, bro, if somebody drop a few million on my lap, I'll stop right now. Like me, I'm hungry again. Like you can drop money on my lap. I'm like, nah, I gotta fight. So
Straight
my
up.
biggest thing is shoot. I want to be a champion for for my kids. They can grow up like, hey, my daddy, not
Absolutely.
just my daddy was a fighter. There are a lot of people who say their parents was fighting. Nothing wrong with that, but I want my girls to be like, my dad was a champion.
Man, I heard your daughter, your oldest daughter.
Yeah,
I know they gotta make you feel good when you hear,
yeah,
knock him out,
yeah,
Dad.
right.
Oh man, you gotta go in there and win. So I remember one time I was playing bro in basketball. My son was like, man, he was beating me 6-0, bro. I looked up at my son. He said, "Come on, Dad, man. I had
Trying to
everything.
enjoy
It
it,
took
man.
everything in me. I beat this nigga 8-10, man. I ain't never played him again. But it was cool to just see your daughter, man. She was so engaged. You could tell that she looked up to you. One of the things
Yeah,
we was laughing about before the interview is that I came out here, I think, about 10 years ago, man, and we hung out. We was walking the strip, just young
yeah,
dudes having fun. Now, man, we family, man. You got 2 kids, wifey. How do it feel to go from, what I'm saying, just a young man to now you a family man. You don't get to do all the hanging and kicking, and now you at
man.
birthday parties, and
For
you know what
real,
I'm
for
saying?
real.
Doing stuff with the fam, how it feel, man.
Man, it feel cool. I love it. It's a cool little foundation for me where before I be all over the place, man, you might
Straight
hit
up.
me up like, hey bro, I'm at the Cosmos. I'm like, me too. I'm down at the bar. You
Oh, you
never know
kicking
you
it.
never know where you gonna catch me at,
Yeah.
man. But now, I got stability, man, where, I'm there, gym, I know basically when I gotta wake up, shoot, I don't know when I'm gonna sleep. The little one, shoot,
Hmm.
she might be up
Straight
all
up.
night, but
Straight up.
but it's cool because I can always, wake up and look and stuff and know I got you know, I got my girl. She always gonna be there ready to ride for me, no
Man,
matter
I
what.
tell you what, like the whole weekend, last weekend,
Yeah,
to have, you know, an event of the magnitude y'all did, I seen your woman right there with you, man. She was
yeah,
grinding it with you. And I know you know the difference between being single, trying to throw something, and then having
man.
somebody by your side, man. It really
Oh
makes
yeah,
the difference,
oh
bro.
yeah, oh
And
yeah.
you know, how do you feel like your kids and your woman kind of motivate you as a fighter? Like you said, you want to be able to show your daughters, like, you know, your dad did that, but like even more so the structure and the discipline that comes with having a family. Do you think that helps you as a fighter, you know, just having that family structure and
Oh yeah,
discipline?
yeah. It helps me tremendously, especially in somebody like me. Like, uh, hey, what's the? I wasn't gonna say wow, but you know, whatever is a better way to say wow. But you know, I enjoy myself sometimes in Vegas,
You kick
but
it.
but yeah, but I enjoy being a family man a little more. You know,
For
so
sure.
it's like, you know, you can't you can't you can't choose both of them. You know, so I chose this one. You know, because I don't want to mess up what I got going.
Absolutely.
You know, it's a great thing.
But
It's a
ain't it
great family.
cool though? Ain't it
Yeah,
cool as a man? Cause I know we around the same age. Ain't it cool like to see what you built? Like we watch men when we was growing up, whether it was men we knew or strangers,
yeah,
like they built their family.
yeah,
And now
yeah,
you got the opportunity to build your own. Like, man, these is my kids, this is my family. How I choose to be is how they gonna choose to be. You know,
yeah.
I lead this. Like, talk about that, man. Like, how do it feel like just to be a father outside of, you know what I'm saying, just the responsibility of taking care of them, but like to hear your daughter at the fights, how do it feel? Like, what do you think? How do you think your kids change your life?
Man, they changed mine, like I said, a lot, but I think it's just super cool where they like they like doing what I like, and they sitting there cheering and stuff, and then, you know, they help me too. Like, so the VIP badges, media badges, my
Mhm.
oldest girl, she in there chopping. We made all that stuff. You
That's
know, we
what's
didn't
up.
order them. Well, you know, my girl laminate them, my daughter chop them and stuff,
That's cool.
and then tag them, put the little things on
Man, she
where, you
gonna
know.
remember that forever, bro.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
man,
that's cool.
whether she growing up, you know, learning a little trade or learning, you know, something that she can do, you know, like it's cool, you know, that she learning something other than just, you know, sitting around like most kids, even though she still do be on YouTube sitting there,
All
you
them
know.
kids do, man.
Yeah,
We can't change that.
yeah, but she growing up learning to do stuff, make shirts and stuff. We got a little thing, she making shirts and stuff like that. So she get to put her input like, hey, I want team shirts to say it's my dad writing
Yeah,
on this
straight
arm
up.
and stuff, where it's
Represent.
cool seeing that stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing where sometimes, you know, while I'm in the basically in the fire trying to do the event, it's especially the last couple weeks where I'm getting stressed. I'm like, man, got this and got that. Then sometimes I sit back and I see that and like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
cool, you
it
know.
it make it all worth it.
Yeah, yeah,
Now
yeah.
I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, talk to you about like going from a professional fighter to saying, hey, I'm gonna throw my own events, and then like I said, I seen your events from when you started 10 plus years ago to now, man. You really have kind of evolved, you know, as a boxing promoter. So talk about that, you know, talk about how it feel to transition from a fighter to a promoter. Give us some of the pros and cons you see as a boxing, some you see as a promoter.
All right, so first thing first, as a boxer, you gotta kind of have an edge. You know, really, in a lot of things, you know, you gotta have an edge. You
Oh,
know, to yourself.
absolutely.
In promoting, you gotta have an edge, but you also gotta more so be able to be a master of yourself. You can't just blurt out the first thing you get mad by. Hey, MF, come on.
Mhm,
You can't.
mhm.
You can't talk to me like this. You gotta sit back. You know, and make boss moves. You know, it's play chess. You know, let them mess their own self up, and then boom, get them on the long run and stuff like that. Where
Yeah.
you just sit back, compose yourself, and make the best move and stuff. But oh yeah, but my bad for on a whole nother thing. But on the same thing, I just signed my first fighter too. So
Oh, straight
after the
up.
fight, yeah, do Alfred Zeus Radcliffe.
Oh, you signed Zeus? Oh yeah, Zeus
Yeah,
my
so
guy. I had sent him a picture. You know, he got that knockout that I put on
yeah.
the cover of our YouTube.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
ended up
yeah.
sending him that picture with his name behind it instead of Rumble on Robinson.
Yeah, I
Cool
like
dude, man.
that.
I
Yeah,
love his spirit,
yeah.
man.
Hey, good dude, good
Yeah.
dude.
So you said you just signed him.
Yeah, yeah. So
Congratulations on
yeah,
that,
yeah.
man.
So he gonna be the first one, man. Like everybody I talk to, man, it was all about him. So I'm like, shoot, you know what? We gonna get the push behind him, and then we got Manny Moreno. He not signed, but that's the homie, and me and his coach. I've been doing this for
L, what's
forever.
he called? What's his name? L
Trump.
Trump. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
him.
love his. I mean, he looked like a world
Yeah.
champion,
Oh
man.
yeah. He got it. He won
Yeah.
nationals. He did
But I
everything.
hold up. I'm gonna tell you something though. That dude
Until
he
he fought.
fought. Hey, he
Yeah.
was at weigh-ins. He looked like he had to make weight, so he looked like he was sick.
Yeah.
But man, he shocked the shit out of me because he
Yeah.
was fighting that dude, and when I was editing that footage, man, he was hitting dude back.
Yeah.
So yeah, he probably needs to try to fight him again before he get him a real fight because
Yeah.
he gave what he could handle.
Yeah. Do Chris Nelson can fight,
Yeah,
man. Like
he was fighting.
yeah, so I chopped it up with him, and he said he likes to come back, fight on a couple cars. So I know a couple other little dudes and stuff like that he can jump in there with, but he ain't no joke.
No,
He
yeah,
ain't
he
easy
was
for
nice.
nobody.
But
Yeah,
yeah, so you
so
saying you just signed your first fight? Shout out to Zeus.
yeah.
But like, how do that feel, man? Like, it's just
Hey,
from the business perspective, knowing what you know, being around so many camps. Like, how do you use that to your advantage as a promoter?
I know, we gonna keep them going, and right now we got a little momentum. We got some buzz in the city,
Mm-hmm.
especially him after that fight. We gonna keep everything rolling and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and keep him knocking people out.
Oh,
Cause hey, that's what he want to do. So we
yeah.
gonna keep doing it,
Hey,
man.
tell 30 seconds. He give him 30 seconds. But I don't know what he can do after 30 seconds. As long as they on the,
Hey,
as long as they on the pavement, he good. But yeah,
uh,
man, he did his thing. So
uh,
signing him now, like, is that something you want to do more of? Like, get some of these young boxers and you know what I'm saying, signing them and kind of showing them the ropes of how to really kind of become a professional champion. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's something
yeah,
you wanna do more of.
yeah. So my ultimate thing, I just had a business call last night. I'm gonna have another one today where I wanted to bring a gym down to the city. And then on top of that, I want to sign some fighters and stuff like that, and really give them some push because, man, I've been everywhere. But Oklahoma City or Oklahoma in general got some of the best athletes ever. But out of everywhere I've been, but we ain't got no gyms. Like, man, you go watch some of the street fight. Hey, we can fight.
Mm-hmm.
We just ain't got no coaches to show everybody the right thing. We got a lot of what trainers and stuff out
Right.
there, but we need real teachers, somebody who tell you why you doing this. Hey, we gotta think 3 steps ahead. And guess what? Hey, we ain't gotta go in there and it's just like playing. I tell some people it's like playing, what's it, poker, whatever. Don't show them your whole hand.
Right.
Straight off, you
Right.
go out, show them a little bit, see what they do. Let them drain themselves because you don't want to get knocked out when you fighting somebody in the first round and they 100%. Let them go down to about 70%. Now jump in that fire.
Absolutely.
You can take his punch 70% of his punch.
Could you see yourself training like in the future
Eh,
too?
it's hard. I train a little bit sometimes back in the day, but it's gonna be really hard
It's
for me
hard
to
to
be.
make them do what
Yeah,
you know to do as a fighter. You
yeah,
know when you need to make the adjustment, you
yeah,
gonna make it. But
yeah,
it's hard to tell somebody else
yeah.
to make it. You know
That
what I'm saying? To
yeah,
understand it, huh?
and it's my life. Like I love this. I put blood, sweat, and tears in this, and a lot of people play with it. So I I'll take it serious. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Hey, what
disrespectful.
they say, y'all saying you can't play boxing,
Not
man.
at all. And a
You
lot of
can't
dudes
play
do.
boxing.
A lot of dudes play with it, man, and tell people that's cool. I don't knock people if they want to, tell
Yeah.
that person look cool. They
Yeah.
do it. But
Straight up.
if I gotta train anybody, like, it's gonna be serious and stuff like that, cause I take it serious and stuff like that every time. Even when I was unfocused, I still train hard.
Right.
I might go do some other stuff afterwards and stuff, but I train hard, but now it's a lifestyle where I'm training basically 24/7. I'm training on what I eat now and everything, is is my life. So I don't want to let people play with my life and my lifestyle, where people come to the gym and they want to be here one day out of the week and then they want to, oh, well, I'm a fight like Floyd. Like, nah, you gonna learn the basics. Floyd
Right.
didn't come to the gym doing this and that.
Right.
Like everybody gotta learn the fundamentals. It's almost like, like basketball too, everybody when you learn the fundamentals, then you can add some little,
Yeah.
your own little twist to it and stuff like that. But that's my thing. I like to coach and stuff too, but it's gonna be hard because I tried a little bit and people don't got the same passion for it that I do.
Absolutely.
And
I can feel
it
that.
kind of pissed me off.
Hey, I that's why I never coached basketball because man, I couldn't see myself, trying to convince somebody to do what I know I would do in a
Yeah.
situation that I'm trying to tell them what to do. But so as a new generation of like boxers, be ushered in, and you could see that by your event, man. There was a lot of young faces. There was a lot of those dudes debuted their first professional fight. As everything transitions in the world, and even having us come in and do media, like now we coming in getting raw footage of the up close scene. We're not trying to make it look like a Showtime pay-per-view. We just want to show raw. And what we understand and we appreciate you allowing us to come in and do our thing. What we understanding about the new state of just marketing outside even boxing or anything is that you got to put it in people's face for them to see. Like they got to see what you're doing. They got to know, and you got to help them understand and make them understand. I think what you did for the city last week was just a testament of what boxing could look like in our city. So as one of those faces of the boxing scene in Oklahoma, like what are some of your future plans? I know you said you want to get back as a fighter, because I seen when you made your post too after the fight, you said from a fighter's perspective and a promoter. So like in closing, man, just tell us some of the plans, like whoever watching this, whoever see it, man, what should they expect from you as a fighter in the future? What should they expect as a promoter in the future?
As a fighter, y'all gonna see the best of me. Something I've never shown before. I left a lot in the gym. Where I work with everybody. Like we touched on all the top fighters that people know, from Floyd all the way down to the new guys, Devin Haney's and all them. Where I left my mark, out here in Vegas. Where, not saying I whooped everybody, but I did my thing where everybody were on fight night. People ain't seen what I can actually do. Where that's what I want to do as a fighter. Whether I make it to that upper echelon and make the millions and get all the titles or not, people gonna know that my talent level was up there, my skill level was up there. Where if I only get to fight for the the world title, if I get robbed or win it, they gonna know that, hey,
Absolutely.
I had the talent just like all these other dudes. The skills were, I was right there with all them. So that's one of the main things, as me and late my career, that I'm striving for, is where people know just how good I was. And then on the promoter side, I really want to make, just make a little avenue for fighters to get to, where I'm at, where the other guys like Alex Salcedo got to, and Alan Greens, and where people like Carson Jones got to. But Carson was the only one out of us. He had to take the hard way there, where he started off like people throwing him out there right when he was 18 and stuff. When he had early losses. Carson wasn't supposed to be nothing in boxing, and he actually had made it the hard way. Where he got losses early on and had to like climb his way up. But me, I want to take all that out and just like give people not easy street, but help them as much as possible.
Save some steps.
Save them some steps and stuff like that, and put them on some games. Tell them like, hey, this is how it is. Shoot, you want to fight this fight because this. You don't want to fight that fight because that. Money ain't everything. It's gonna be a lot more up here. But I just want to create a little avenue, for the local talent to make it up there, or just have a gym where guys can learn to get confidence.
So you said you got a gym in the making, like to where you trying to work on having an actual professional boxing gym where people can come and train for real fights, get training, or somebody just that don't like, will it be at the level of somebody like that don't fight at all? They just want to know how to kind of, self-defend. Would they be able to come in there and learn the fundamentals of boxing?
So the way that I want to set up the gym, it's gonna have a little more where I would like to have like where other sports can come there, say basketball, football can train too. But on the boxing side, I'm gonna have different classes. But the main thing that I'm gonna focus on is people who want to really fight. Like I'm gonna still like have people who teach classes for people who just need to learn, and I might come there sometime. But my patience and stuff like that ain't that high. Like I really love the sport, so guys who really want to fight, I'm gonna be dedicated to that part where I'm not trying to go in there and be, just get 100, 200 from somebody every other day to hit miss. Like, oh, you good? I really know the little dude who ain't got it. Like, hey, let's get you some.
Man, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine's son. I haven't even met his son, but I know him, and his son has been contending real well in Texas. And I'm gonna get you his information and try to get him some film or something. I just YouTube you some film or something from him. But man, I think like what you saying and he's in Texas with his dad, and he's doing stuff on the on the junior ranks and stuff. I think he's a teenager, but I think it's important that cats like yourself, man, because I know online, you just turning up, being funny, and I've been around you outside a lot, and I know you're about your business, always been solid with me, but man, I think people need to see more stuff like this from you to realize that, like, man, this cat got a real influence in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma in general, and man, he done really been through the ranks in boxing. And then you got cats that's gonna be coming up, and like you said, it's a lot of dudes that got hands in the streets that we could put in that ring if they had somebody like you that they can reference to and say, hey man, if he did it, I can do it. And if they had somewhere, like you said, what you're creating, that they can go, because I know it's boxing gyms there, and no disrespect to any of them, but a lot of the times, there's no way should we have a contender like yourself or anybody at whatever time of your career you was at, and you didn't have somewhere to where you felt comfortable with professional people who really about that. Because it's time that you said Carson had to go through the ranks, but I know we got a young cat in our city right now fighting, and all he needed some guidance and exposure. And what I learned about your event, that was Trout Spelling Bee Media's first event covering. Like, I just launched my media company, so that was the actual first event. But what I learned about yours, that was our first sporting event. And what I learned about it is, man, them cats had started hitting me up, even cats you had from all across the country. They hit me up, and I'm like, man, these cats want their footage. Like, I was right there by the ring, so they like, hey, man, can I get that 3 minutes up? But it's like, it's a need for it, bro. It's just a need for it. And I'm like, these cats really want to be seen, and man, what better than somebody who had the experience to expose them to that. And with all your experience in the boxing world, man, I think that what you're going to bring to Oklahoma is going to be dope, man. Have you ever considered moving back?
Yeah, me and my girl, we talk about, she like, man, maybe, at the end, maybe we get a spot and then we just go back and forth. But she's like, I might could move to
Hey, keep
Oklahoma.
selling out these fights. Hey,
Hey, for real.
hey, keep selling out these fights. Y'all get y'all a good mansion in Gallardia. I think she wouldn't mind Oklahoma, man. Well, bro, I know you got the fam waiting, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for the interview, man. Thanks for letting us come in and get the footage, man. We got so much footage for you, and plan on giving you that. Your mom had asked for some of the raw footage, so we can create a situation where I put that on a hard drive as well, outside of the editing that we did for you. But man, I want to see you win. So anytime you need me, man, you can call me, bro. It's automatic. You always been stand up to me, and like, even like a situation when you about to throw another fight in the city or anything, man, just to anything you need from me, because you've always been a real dude. You always been stand up, man, and you doing great things, bro. And our stories have to be told more. And like I said, I know you just kind of do your own thing. Like you said, you'll be off to yourself. But at the same time, man, pop out every now and then, and man, show these people how great and how dope, you know what I'm saying, the stuff you got going. And one thing before we close, man, I peeped the leprechaun outfit that Friday at the weigh-in.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand it, but I said, bro, real entertainer. Like, you understand the show business. You know what I'm saying? That's show biz. So a lot of people might not understand when you kind of get in character, but I understand it. I'm like, bro, real professional. He understands show business. So, man, I just want to salute you again, man. Congratulations on all the success. Man, we got to get you back, on one of them main cards. They go take you as a tune up, and you gonna shock the world, bro. You gonna shock the world, man. The city still believe in you, man. The state, I know your peoples, all your supporters, man, and you had a lot of support out, man. It take a lot to get that many people to come to an event, a paid event at that. Because you done through events, you done through events that probably wasn't as successful as that one, and like, man, it's a grind to try to get people to patronize something that you hosting, but man, you did it. You did it in the best way you could do it. Shout out to your team, your family, everybody who helped you put it together, man. And we gonna just continue to, build, bro. And like I said, every time, every opportunity that I get to represent, what you got going, I'ma do it. And we gonna just keep on growing for the city, man. And y'all make sure y'all check out the footage of the Rumble on Robinson. It's on YouTube. And just tell them how they can get in contact with you, learn more about, stuff you got going, or anything you just want to promote that you got going, or shout out anybody before we go.
Oh yeah, first off, I gotta shout out you. you know, and trap spelling be
For sure, appreciate it.
and my girl, she'd get on me if I didn't say it, you know, right now. But she's like, hey, no, you gotta tell him we need him for every show. We need him.
Oh, for sure, y'all got me. Y'all
Heck
got, as long as I'm available, y'all got me for
For
sure.
sure, for
But
sure.
yeah, we definitely go lock in, man. I appreciate the red carpet y'all showed us, man. Even, you know what I'm saying, from getting here, you know what I'm saying, rocking. You always been solid, bro. And it's just we need more people to see relationships like this, because regardless of whether the cameras wasn't on or not, man, I done been out here before, young. And you was young too, but you pulled up on me, man. And you know how when you get out of town, bro, you learn a lot about people, especially when you come into a town or somebody you know in town, they'll pump fake you for 2 or 3 days. But man, you pulled up every time I done came, man. And like I said, tell your woman that I got y'all. We'll be there, try spelling be media, gonna be lead. Now we was all in the ring with y'all, man. I was like, I said, I gotta represent, man, and make sure this video is dope. So man, I'm glad we got to sit down and chop it up, man. I think some people will learn some stuff about you that they didn't know. And man, we gonna drop this, man, live from Vegas, man, Spence, Oklahoma, Midwest City, Oklahoma, man. We in the building at the Cosmo, 59 floors up, man. Hey, again, y'all make sure y'all follow bro on all his social medias. Well, how can they follow you?
Lydell Rhodes on Facebook, Lydell Rhodes on Instagram, and Lydell Hackman Rhodes on Facebook too. That's my fighter page. But I'm gonna stop playing all the little jokey jokes on there and get suspended, because I couldn't even promote the fight.
That's
because
crazy.
I was on restrictions.
That's
so
crazy.
see, so
hey,
now I'm
some
be
wild
supposed to
shit, bro. It'd be funny though, man, because if you grew up like in our era, we didn't have like social media. So we like when I be going viral, we understand jokes that average people don't understand, because we came from a fucked up generation. And our humor is crazy. So when you post some shit, I get it. What did you say? Hold up. It was the little chick. You said, I don't cry. My daughter 23 months. You remember that was messed up. But hey, man, that was crazy. But hey, man, we appreciate y'all watching our interview, man. I'm going to let bro get back to his day. We go get back, man. Enjoy Vegas. Where should we eat tonight, bro?
Man, I'm trying to think for something right here. It's a lot of spots. You gotta I'm gonna have to call my girl.
All right, for sure. Nah, just text me a spot, man. We gonna try to enjoy Vegas, man. We leave tomorrow. But man, appreciate you again, bro. And we'll holler at you. Y'all take it easy. Peace. I like to do hood rat shit with my friends.